All right, I want to talk about lost opportunity cost. Now, what is lost opportunity cost? Lost opportunity cost is when you are making $5 an hour instead of $100 an hour. If you could have made $100 an hour and you're making $5 an hour, people still think that, oh, well, at least I'm making something. The average person will do more to avoid pain, aka losing money, than they will to gain money and get pleasure. Most people don't want to lose money on an investment that they've already made, so they'll keep it forever at $5 an hour instead of selling it and making $100 an hour on something else. So here's my example, and this is a real life example of somebody that I know. So a woman I know, she bought a property and she's all in at $340. Now she bought it like 2023. The market was kind of soft, but in 2024 today, the market hasn't gone up that much. Now, she probably didn't really get a good deal at the time. She probably paid retail, and so once you include the fees, you're still going to break even at best. So here's how it went. Okay, so she paid $340 last year, but she just got an offer for $300. That's what she's going to net, okay? So she's going to have a $40,000 loss. Now, again, she will keep this property forever to keep from losing this 40 grand because she doesn't want to take that loss in her head. But she already took that loss when she overpaid for it. So she's going to wait 2 or 3 years to get that 40,000 back, which means she's going to work for that money where, you know, she already lost the money. There's nothing she can do. The house is only worth $300. Now the only way to make it worth more is to either wait or to put more money in it, which is chasing good money, bad money with good money. So if she took this $40,000 loss and invested this money correctly, she would gain it back plus some in 1 year. Currently, the market is going up around 5 to 10% average. So she's essentially making money, the same money as if it was in a savings account. But she has to make up for all the fees, so she's still behind. So the way that I'm investing, when I'm spending $50,000 and I'm making $10,000 every time. Because I'm buying good deals. I'm buying deals for $50,000 and they're worth $60,000. But also I'm making over a 50% cash on cash return instead of a 5% cash on cash return. And also these properties are appreciating at the same rate, if not higher than this property. Today, there's not a huge amount of people that can afford these kind of properties. I believe that the water fills from the bottom. So everybody is getting into Section 8 rentals. But also, that's what people can afford. The mortgage on this property, she might make $100 a month. This property probably rents for about $1,800 a month. And I doubt that you could get a mortgage for $1,800 a month. Now, this property, the mortgage is going to be around $500 a month, and it's going to rent for $1,200. So it's going to only take less than a year to recuperate from this loss, instead of maybe 2 or 3 years at 5%. Okay, so if she invested the same $300K into Section 8 rentals, she would buy approximately 6 houses. So I'm going to make about $10,000 on each house, okay? So I'm going to make $60,000 right when I buy. The rule is that you make the money when you buy, not when you sell, because that's when you lock in a good deal. So right off the bat, we already made more than that $40,000. But now these 6 houses are going to rent for $1,200 a month. So these 6 houses times $1,200 is about $72,000 a year. And that's not including appreciation. So now she's going to make $60,000 plus $72,000 and $132,000 and lose $40,000. But she could have made this $40,000 in 3 years instead of making this in 1 year. Now let's add appreciation. Now, like I said, the water fills in the bottom. I believe that these $50,000 houses are going to go up much faster than these because, one, they trade more often, and two, the hype of Section 8. Everybody and their mother is getting into Section 8 rental because that's what people can afford is these $50,000 houses. They can't afford these. And these wouldn't make money even if you had the money to invest. So now let's add another 5%, which you would be getting here. Or here actually. So another 5% on top of would be another $15,000. That's just an appreciation. So you'd be making roughly 150 grand instead of just trying to make back this 40,000. And yes, you would have to subtract this 40 grand, so she'll only make 110, but I mean, that's pretty good.